I am so excited. I've got announcements, I got bonus videos, I got a new intro. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Midwest Picker here. I am so excited. I've got announcements, I got bonus videos, I got a new intro. So let's talk about it. My name is Dave. I'm a full-time nurse, full-time husband, father, part-time reseller. I make these videos to help people new to reselling, and even if you're not new to reselling. This is a what sold on eBay video. The reason I do this is to help people source the right items. Nothing is more frustrating than sourcing items that don't sell. And there's going to be one on this list that took 3 years to sell. Most of these items sold pretty fast. So when I talk about what sold, I tell you obviously what the item is, but I also tell you where I sourced it, what I paid for it, what it sold for, offers, no offers, and how it shipped. I also have a second channel, Midwest ASMR. I linked it down below in the description. If you search it, you might find some other guy's channel, but if you don't know what ASMR is, there's also a link to Wikipedia that explains it. It's basically relaxation videos, calming videos, stuff to help you sleep at night, or if you're just working around the office or the house and you want some pleasant background video, kind of like the one that's behind me right now. They're like birds and fall leaves and my pellet stove and like a winter snow scene. Just pleasant things. Some of it's natural sound, some of it is ambient, copyright free music I got from YouTube Studio. So check that out. So the first item is this lot of tobacco silks. This was 5 tobacco silks. I had these listed for $19.95 and I sent an offer of $15 plus free first class shipping, which is pretty rare for me to do free shipping, but it was only 3 ounces, so I knew it was pretty cheap, so my margins are still good. Cost of goods for these was $1, and I believe I got these as part of an ephemera lot from Brian Davis, Mr. Buys a Lot. Next is a lot of 4 Noritake 8-inch salad plates, kind of a pale blue floral pattern. Cost of goods is $4. These are not vintage Noritake, these are more modern, probably 80s or 90s. I had these listed for $39.95 plus priority mail shipping on top. I sent an offer for $35 and somebody took it. I believe I sourced these at a Salvation Army, like I said, for about $4. Next is a Detroit Tigers bobblehead. I sourced this from a Salvation Army for $4. It sold for $25.95 plus priority mail shipping on top. Next is this issue of Motor Magazine 1955. I purchased 15 of these. Well, actually I won an auction of 15 of these, again from Brian, Mr. Buys a Lot. Cost of goods is $3. It was light enough to ship first class, buyer paid shipping. I also put in the description really cool or interesting vintage ads. I might have even taken a few pictures of that. So if you have a vintage magazine and you're just selling the magazine, doesn't matter which magazine it is, it could be Newsweek or Cosmo or whatever. If there's really cool vintage ads in there, mention that in the description if you can. Some people buy these magazines just to carefully remove those ads and frame them up. Next is another lot of 4 small plates. These are Sakura, I believe that's how you say it, Spirit of the Flag. Cost of goods was only $2 from a Goodwill. I actually bought 6 of these. I actually bought 7 of these for $2. So I lotted up these 4 and the other 3 are still on my eBay store. I put these on sale for $18.71 from the original price and they sold right away, buyer paid, priority mail shipping on top. Next are these IBM overhead transparencies. Now if you're fairly young, say 30 years old or younger, you probably don't know what an overhead is, but this is a big machine that was used in school, college, elementary level, whatever. You put a transparency on it and the light projects it up onto a screen. Teachers used them all the time. They loved it because you could use markers on the transparency and draw on them. Not too many people use these anymore. I found 2 or 3 bundles of these at a restore, super cheap, like 50 cents a bundle. They are kind of heavy though, but they slip barely, and I mean barely, into a priority mail padded flat rate envelope. But these are brand new, unopened. So this one sold for $9.95 plus priority mail shipping on top. And I had to like, I had to put butter on this thing and just wedge it in there. Okay, I didn't really use butter, but it barely fit. This one, it got me so excited. This is a lot of 3 PlayStation magazines featuring Lara Croft on the cover. Now, a quick backstory is I have a box full of magazines from the mid to late 90s. PC Gamer magazine, PlayStation magazine, all these different video game magazines. I almost threw them away, and a lot of people look at my junk, and I move 1992, 1993. People say, Dave, why do you keep this stuff? Why do you have all these magazines and toys and all this stuff? And I say, well, you know, maybe it'll be worth something someday. I almost threw these away, and I almost threw away a Lara Croft poster. But that's a different video, a previous video where I sold it for 40 bucks. That's right, $40 for a piece of paper that I almost tossed. So these three magazines are the same thing. I almost threw them away. And I thought, you know what? There's three different issues with three different artist conceptions of Lara Croft, the character from Tomb Raider. How about I just lot them up? Now, when I sell individual magazines, or a lot of 2 or 3, I will put in the description these magazines will be bagged and boarded. Also, if they're a collector magazine, kind of like these, I also ship them in a box. Now, you don't have to, that's just my personal choice, but it gives it even more protection. So cost of goods is $0. I sourced them from myself, listed them for $29.95. I sent an offer to a couple watchers for $20, and a guy jumped on it. Paid $20 plus priority mail shipping on top. I bagged and boarded each individual magazine, and then I put them in a Region A side loading box. I call them skinny boxes. Put some bubble wrap on the bottom, newspaper around the magazines, $7.85. Super inexpensive, and they're well protected, and they're insured. Next is a vintage Florida travel brochure. Cost of goods is $1. I think this came in a giant ephemera lot from Brian Davis, Mr. Buys a Lot. I had this listed for $19.95 for quite a long time, and I was getting tired of looking at it, so I sent some watchers an offer of $15. Somebody countered with $12. I figured it's a piece of paper, it's 3 ounces, why not? So I took the offer of $12. It's about 3 ounces, like I said. It was free first class shipping, which helps sell it, and that's pretty rare for me, so that went out. Not a big profit, but I'll take it. Next is a lot of 8 tobacco soaks, sold for $17.95. Cost of goods, again, $1. Super lightweight, I mean, not even 4 ounces. And again, the rare free first class shipping on top. So one of my announcements, I'm happy to say, coming soon is Midwest Picker Stories. So I have lots of stories. I actually wrote down how many I have. I have over 35 bizarre, crazy, interesting, gross stories of the 70s, from the 70s, 80s, even some into the 90s. And I have a poll on my YouTube channel in the community tab. Should I do YouTube stories that you might find interesting on a different YouTube channel, or should I put them on this channel? I'm thinking to put them on this channel because how many what sold on eBay videos can you do, or sourcing videos? And it's winter time right now. There's not a lot of sourcing going on. So these are stories from my past. They're not mind-blowing. They're not, you know, something the entire internet would like, but maybe my subscribers might like it. And some of them are a little heavy. I'm an RN, lots of weird, gross stories in the medical field, other bizarre stories, some involved law enforcement. So like I said, they're not mind-blowing, they're just funny, interesting, bizarre stories. So I'm going to be mixing those in with my regular reselling videos too. So that's coming soon. The last item was this stupid purchase. This is a uranium glass butter dish dome cover. I've had this for 3 years. So when I got back into reselling 3 or 4 years ago, I just learned about uranium glass. I went to an antique store and I found this item. It was $8. It wasn't even a complete set, it was just the dome cover. So it's kind of dumb, and I bought it. It took 3 years for this thing to sell. But it did sell for $19.95 plus priority mail shipping on top. So that's the video, guys. If you like it, please give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions, put them down in the comment section. Leave a comment too about Midwest Picker Stories. Do you think it's a good idea, dumb idea, nobody's gonna care, people find it interesting? Should I do it on a different channel or this channel? I have a lot, and like I said, these are not earth-shattering stories. They're just kind of funny, bizarre, silly, weird stories. All right, bonus video, guys. So this is a auction lot that I won from Brian Davis, Mr. Buys a Lot. This is a set of 12 salt and pepper shakers. These are just gorgeous. almost all ceramic. The beer bottles are glass. A lot of these are made in Japan, so they're, you know, mid-century, 50s, 40s, 30s. That sewing machine is really cool. I love that. So yeah, I got a really good deal on this. If you guys are nervous about YouTube auctions in general, as far as the quality or the shipping of fragile items, you don't need to be nervous when you buy from Mr. Buys a Lot. So this is 12 salt and pepper shakers, all very fragile. They arrived in perfect condition, and he shipped them. And I don't know if it's his crew, probably his crew. I don't know if he did it himself, but they shipped them in this box right here. All 12. All right, I'm totally kidding. Not this box. In this box right here. They shipped them in this box. Okay, I'm kidding again. They shipped them. Won't even fit in the frame. In this frickin' box. Look at this thing. This thing is 12 by 12 by 10. This thing could have went to the moon and back. Look how big this box is. I can't even get it in the frame of my GoPro. This thing is ginormous. Probably 8 miles of bubble. I'm gonna throw it over there. 8 miles of bubble wrap, all individually wrapped. They do a fantastic job when it comes to shipping. So this is a bonus video. Don't be afraid to participate in YouTube auctions. Mr. Buys a Lot, he does a great job of packaging these items. I haven't listed these yet. If you see anything you just have to have, message me. It takes me about a week to get them up on my eBay store. Yeah, thanks for watching, guys.